In the booth with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're glad to have you along for the ride. And now we take a brief look at the matchups for our tip-off coming moments from now.
Pretty obvious what these teams want to do. They want to run their offense through their bigs.
Yeah, when you've had the success they've had through the front court, it's easy to see why.
Yeah, but you don't want to become one-dimensional. It's important to keep the defense on their toes.
Now here's McBride. Six to shoot. Drills it from outside.
With a smooth touch from outside, McBride's versatility leaves defenses pretty vulnerable.
Vandersloot with it. McBride covering. Outside Atkins. Vandersloot. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, Vandersloot is just fearless, getting past the inside contact and getting to her finish.
And when you talk about winning, historically, the Lynx are up there with any team in the WNBA.
Absolutely. You look at their 4 titles, which is tied for the most in league history. Then you see they have the 3rd best winning percentage of all time. I mean, this is a franchise that consistently has been in the hunt over the years.
So much action these days out of the pick and roll. Williams is made for this type of basketball. A slick dribbling and good decision-making player.
Now here's Vandersloot. Pass to Cardoso. Atkins. She's guarded by Williams. Launches a 3. And it's Atkins missing. Out to the left wing. Now Collier. It's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
How about that shot going in for Collier? Looked like the contact might disrupt her. Guess it didn't.
Outside Atkins. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. The shot is good. Camila Cardoso making the play. Now here's McBride. Vandersloot defending. Pass to Collier. Over Reese. Atkins grabs the board.
Well, I'm going to say the defense got pretty lucky right there because she's going to make a lot more of those than she misses when she gets that much room.
Now here's Nurse. Fires from deep. That doesn't go, and she's 0 for 1 from the field. To the inside, Carlton. And that one drops.
That is some dime dropping. Exquisite assist.
Chicago with the ball. They trail by 6.
One thing about Nafisa Collier, she's great at many things. She's not a specialist. She's well-rounded.
Well, how about this? I mean, she's been top 10 in the league in scoring, rebounding, steals, blocks. I mean, that's 4 of the 5 major food groups. She gives you everything at a high level.
And they cash in right away with a quick shot.
Good vision from Kia Nurse. So she's able to spot a wide-open shooter and then set them up accordingly.
Pass to Collier. Carlton. Back to Collier. McBride outside. Floats one. It's rebounded by Vandersloot.
She's a very strong finisher, guys. I'm surprised that she wasn't able to power that through the defense. That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first. They set the pick. Outside Williams. Collier. And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets a 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
And it's good. The game is all even.
Yeah, late reaction for the defense. She's always going to convert that.
From deep. Not going to go that time. So it's a tie game as we end the first. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. A close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And when you consider how the Sky are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
The work they've done to get in close offensively, the difference right now.
And I like that they aren't settling for outside shots. Just keep attacking the rim.
Very aggressive.
Jefferson with it. Pass to Onyenwere.
Allen.
Miller defending.
Shot clock at 6.
Jefferson outside. Reese.
And that misses. That would have put them up. And here are the Lynx now. And here's Samuelson.
Onyenwere covering.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. Here's Chicago now.
Jefferson outside. Picked by Onyenwere.
Here's the 3. 1 up, 1 down. She makes her first shot in this game.
Well, Jefferson does not take a ton of shots from downtown, but she does hit at a solid clip.
Samuelson outside. Pass to Miller. Now Heidemann. She's covered by Allen.
Diamond Miller for 3. Chicago with the rebound.
Well, you can see it in her eyes. She wanted to return the favor with that 3, but she just couldn't get it to go.
You know, it's just terrific positioning on her part to get the rebound. You know, she might not have the size or the height, but she's got plenty of smarts.
Carly Samuelson on the wing.
Pass to Heidemann. 5 on the clock. There's a screen. There's the block.
Now Jefferson.
Takes the 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
In terms of defensive guards, who do you think is the best in the league, Brian?
I think you start with Brittany Sykes. She's been all defense the last 4 seasons and creates havoc at the point of attack.
I like Jordan Canada. She's a little smaller at 5'6", but she piles up the steals and normally amongst the league leaders and is so quick. I mean, she is a menace guarding the ball.
And the ball out of play, the Sky will have it. And the Lynx making a change here. Chicago in the lead.
Pass to Onyenwere.
Now here's Atkins.
She's guarded by Samuelson.
Here's Cardoso. And a missed layup. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
And Tim, we know success isn't always linear. Just look at Alana Smith. She's a perfect example of that. It took her a few years to claim her spot in the league.
Well, she was a top 10 pick back in 2019. She shot under 20% as a rookie. Alana was out of the league, but she had a great 2023. The Australian finishing 3rd in most improved player voting, and she has really got a spot in the league now.
Now here's Atkins. Clock at 4. It's a deflection, and she gets it back. Can't hit from in close. The Lynx trailing.
Pass to Miller.
Puts up the 3.
Offensive rebound.
So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And the first one drops, so both teams making some changes here. And she makes the first, but misses the second. Here's Smith. The shot will not fall.
And nice D from Angel Reese.
Pass to Vandersloot. Atkins. And here is Nurse. No good with the layup. Left side, Williams. Now here's Smith. Pass to Carlton. Collier with it. From deep three-point range. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Sky out in front, leading by 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Jefferson really making a difference here.
And sometimes it's the little things that can make all the difference.
Yeah, the numbers don't necessarily pop out, but she's really making her presence felt out there.
And so it's Chicago with it. 3-point lead. Vandersloot outside. Here's Kia Nurse from the arc. And Collier pulls it down.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
Smith, no good.
That's the kind of D that's needed when she's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over her.
And at 6'7", the strength and size of Camila Cardoso, so tough to handle.
Well, she puts that frame to work, doesn't she? She's a force inside and a very exciting young player.
And so it's Chicago with it. It's a 3-point game.
Kick by Reese.
6 on the shot clock. Count that one.
Once you let Vandersloot get to the rim, the damage is already done. She's too skilled around the basket.
Now the Lynx with it. They set the pick. And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Good on the triple.
Coach has to be furious. Obviously, a defensive lapse there. She is automatic from deep. If you leave her wide open, big mistake.
Now here's Vandersloot. Here's the floater. And 2 free throws coming up as she misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. That's on Kayla McBride.
Well, there's not much debate in terms of the best passer in WNBA history. It's Courtney Vandersloot, without a doubt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could say that again. You know, she has the best career average by far in league history. Vandersloot won 6 straight assist titles. Courtney is just a magician out there on the floor.
The first free throw is good.
And we're close to reaching the 30th season of the WNBA. What a milestone.
And the stability we currently have, it's just so important. The league is in a great place. Plus, guys, it's continuing to grow.
Yeah, the W is on very solid ground. And as you said, Tim, I think we just keep getting bigger.
And Vandersloot's team-first mentality does a lot for her team's culture. No wonder players love sharing the hardwood with her.
Now here's McBride. She's got 6. Pass to Williams. Nafisa Collier on the wing. Back to Williams. The 3 is up. And the Lynx, another 3.
Well, the D sagged off, and no hesitation on her part to rise up and bury the 3.
Timeout called the Sky. And so it's Chicago with it. The lead is 2.
Pass to Cardoso.
Atkins.
Picked by Reese.
The 3. And Ariel Atkins good for 3.
With an unwavering work ethic, Atkins has just about mastered the 3 ball.
Now here's Williams. Nafisa Collier on the wing. Outside Williams. 5 to shoot. Over Atkins. A rebound by the Sky. And we're well into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Nurse.
And here's Reese. Picked by Reese.
From deep, Ariel Atkins. And here are the Lynx now, trailing by 5. Now Carlton. Smith outside. Collier. To the paint. Carlton. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier with the assist that time.
Keeps her head up and looks for open teammates. That style of play will keep Collier around for a while.
Now here's Nurse. She's guarded closely. Pass to Atkins. And that one goes in as she's fouled. It'll be 3 points if she can convert the free throw. She'll be shooting her first free throw of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Shooting 1.
Well, Ariel Atkins can do a lot for her team offensively, but she is also a very talented defender. She does a great job forcing turnovers and putting pressure on opposing shooters.
Now here's Samuelson.
She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Heidemann. The three-pointer, no good. Chicago in the lead.
If they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
I mean, that's got to be what they're aiming for here, right?
Let's hope.
The basket drops, and she gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up for her.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
Chicago Sky, number 2. Shooting 1.
Left, and she hits the jump shot. The third quarter comes to a close. Sky out in front. They're up by 7. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments for our fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. Welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. The Lynx trailing.
Samuelson outside. Heidemann.
Shot clock at 5. Inside. From down in the low post, it goes.
Assistant.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller defender on her and took it straight to the bucket for the easy 2.
Pass to Allen.
Here's Onion Wade.
The tray drains it from beyond the arc.
You go back to her college days. Onion Wade has put a lot of work into her three-point shot, and we're seeing the results.
Minnesota calls a timeout.
And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. Here's Carlton, defended by Nurse. Pass to Carlton.
Collier. Reese defending.
Clock at 6. To the middle. And Williams gets it to go.
No fear, Williams is normally the smallest player on the floor, but she can operate down low with her toughness.
Vandersloot outside. Down low. Williams with the steal. To the middle. Here's Smith. And she floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
A player who can get creative offensively. Let's just say Smith knows what to do inside.
Pass to Atkins.
2 minutes remaining.
Screen by Cardoso.
To the inside. Off target at the rim. And here are the Lynx now. They played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Collier. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible.
Yes, stepping up when it matters the most. Collier demanding the ball late in games. What a quality to have.
Now here's Atkins. She's guarded by Williams. Nice move. Here's Atkins. Count it. Good.
A poised, complete basketball player. Atkins' composure in big moments is that of a veteran.
Now here's McBride. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Collier. Foul called that time on the way up. And that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw.
It's going to go on Angel Reese.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead to just 3. And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
She's got ice water in her veins, guys. No way she's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance.
Now here's Atkins. Let's go with a 3. They get it back. Just outside. Drains it from downtown.
And that's a winning play from Nurse, showing she's more than capable of hitting important shots for her team.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota. Collier inside. Reese defending. And it's Collier missing.
And she commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
bucket here would give them a bit more room.
And no need to rush it. Play smart.
Atkins, she's guarded by Williams. Nurse with the bucket.
And every point they get now puts them one step closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it, just a tremendous all-around performance we've seen from them.
Yeah, Brian, it's been a treat to watch.
Time called here. The Lynx decide to talk it over.
They have to go straight to the hoop and then foul immediately.
It's going to be tough. They don't have much time to work with, but we've definitely seen stranger things happen.
Smith, terrific assist and a nice finish. Just a solid play all around.
An intimidating interior presence. Smith uses her toughness to get her way down low.
Second team foul. At the line for Chicago, Courtney Vandersloot. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Terrific run to put this ball game away.
And now let's see just how much longer they keep that foot on the accelerator.
They got to keep it on the accelerator to the finish line.
Hits it from 3-point range. Chicago with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
No other option, though. They did a good job getting it in her hands and making sure she was the one who'd go to the line.
She drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so she drops them both. And it's an 8-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Minnesota. Your thoughts, guys?
I guess they're not yet willing to give up, but you know, they have no quit in them. I'll give them that.
And you have to respect that, I suppose. Most teams, most coaches would be moving on from this one already.
Nafisa Collier for 3. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And so it's Chicago with it, and that's an intentional foul.
3rd personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for your Chicago Sky, Courtney Vandersloot. 2 shots.
She hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So she gets them both, and it's a 7-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
So it's Chicago picking up the win. This one was up for grabs right until the dying seconds.
And you know, I think what stood out was they showed their character when it mattered, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up.
And we hope to see you again at the next event.